Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, I decided to show you guys my complete Nespresso haul. No, what am I saying? I decided to show you guys my complete Nespresso pod collection. That's what I'm trying to say. I have two machines. I think I'm going to show you both, but I'm going to start with Vertuo line because I know most of my followers are here for the Vertuo content, but I feel like some of you guys are getting into the original line too. So I'm going to show you guys what I have for the original line. It's not a lot, but if you guys are interested in seeing what I have for original line, stick till the end because I will show you guys. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this video. I have everything on the bottom of my little cabinet, so I'm going to just take everything out and then show you guys what I have. This is just a little lock that we have because otherwise my baby will get into it. That was a lot of boxes, and I've seen people have more, but honestly the only reason why I feel like I have this many is because I do content for you guys, and a lot of you guys will ask me like, can you review this pod, have you tried this pod? And that's probably why I have this much coffee. Otherwise, there are certain pods that I probably wouldn't like repurchase. I'll touch base like a little bit on like, you know, what I feel about each pod, but I don't want to make this video like really long. If you guys do have specific questions for specific pods, leave them in the comment section below because I always get back to all my comments and I'll be sure to answer all of your questions. But let's start with the Vertuo line. Okay, so these are the only boxes that I have for the original line. All the other capsules are right here. And I'll also show you guys, you know, both bowls at the end. This is pretty much all the boxes that I have for the Vertuo line. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the overall amount that I have right now. I'm just gonna grab whatever box and show you what it is. This one hasn't been opened. This is called Double Espresso Chiaro. I love this pod. This is probably up there with Bianco Leggero, if not more. Like I actually, you know, they're so completely different. Bianco Leggero is super creamy, super smooth, sweet. This one, it's not creamy, but it has the perfect amount of coffee taste. It's a double espresso pod, which is my complete, absolute favorite pod from the Vertuo line. I wish all of their espresso pods were double espresso pods because it just makes life easier. It says short roast brings power without hiding those woody, earthy aromas. I feel like this one pairs well with lots of different syrups, but I mainly like it with French vanilla, caramel. I do like it with my usual salted caramel. A ton of you guys have told me that this one is perfect for the brown sugar shaken espresso recipe that Starbucks has. I've done that recipe tons of times in reels on my Instagram, and I think I have a dedicated video here on my YouTube channel. I'll link it up above for you guys, but I haven't used it for that recipe, but I hear that it is super good for that recipe. So, or have I? Maybe I have used it for a reel maybe, but I can't remember. But what do you guys think of Double Espresso Chiaro? It's so good, isn't it? I love it. And I think this is not the only box that I have. Next thing that I have is the Vertuo Decaffeinato Intenso. The Vertuo line I think has 4 different kinds of decaf, and I feel like it's perfect because if you're a decaf only person and only want a single shot of decaf espresso, then this is what you would want right here. And I actually have some of them, if not all of the other decaf options, so you'll see them right now. And so in the evening, when you just kind of want that nice coffee taste, but not exactly the caffeine, then this is perfect. The next box that I have, I don't really have to talk too much about. This is Bianco Leggero. Tons of you guys were waiting for this to come back in stock. My local store had it in stock, so I was able to get some boxes from there. But this is Bianco Leggero. It's from the Barista Creation line, so this is made for milk. I don't think I've ever tried it without milk, so I wouldn't know what to say about that. But this one is described as a sweet biscuity pod. It's super smooth, you guys. It's the creamiest pod you've ever tasted. If you don't like light to medium roast, you probably won't like Bianco Leggero. A lot of girls have messaged me saying that they're not really keen on Bianco, but like Double Espresso Chiaro. So if you do like a stronger tasting coffee pod, again, Double Espresso Chiaro is it. But I think this hits the spot. Like it always hits the spot. I can't say anything bad about this one. The next one that I own is El Vazio. This is a coffee pot size, and this one will give you 7.77 fluid ounces of coffee. This is an intensity level 4, I believe, and this one actually I really enjoyed. I did review Solelio, I think it's called. I forgot how it's called, but this one I think I like better than Solelio. Solelio is a level 2, I think, and this one's a level 4, so it just has more of a coffee taste. I have tried it with a few syrups, and I feel like it tastes really good with a lot of syrups. It's really good. This one is the chocolate truffle pod. It's also a coffee size pod, so it's gonna give you 7.77 fluid ounces. I like it. I don't hate it, but I don't see myself reordering this one a ton. I do like chocolate here and there, but I don't really favor chocolate flavored things. I feel like this one has an aftertaste, and I might prefer the original line version better, which it's supposed to be the same, but I think I like that one better. The only difference is that this one is a coffee pot size and the other one from original line is an espresso. So maybe there's a difference there in the way it's brewed, and that's why it tastes slightly different. But this one, not my fave. It's nice to have. I will be using it. I only have one box, but after I finish it, I won't see myself reordering it in the near future. I see myself reordering it eventually, but not anytime soon. I bought this one because, again, I'm not keen on chocolate flavored stuff. Like, I actually like chocolate, but I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like chocolate shakes. Nesquik, I don't really drink it that much, but I do like eating chocolate with other things. This one's Altizio. I don't know if I said that, but it's a espresso pod, and this is how the pod looks like. This one's pretty good. It's an intense pod. I'm usually used to like medium roast, and this one is a level 9, so it is quite intense, but it mellows out when you add milk, and I like that about this one. I've never tried this one, and I hear this one is really good. This one is called Audacio. It's a level intensity 7. It is a coffee pot size, so it's gonna give you a little bit more than 7 ounces. Let me open it because I just like seeing the little pod. That is a beautiful color, super cute. And yeah, I'm actually excited to use that one. And a level 7 for a coffee pot size is not scary for me, so I'm actually intrigued with this one. I have another Bianco Leggero, so 2 boxes of Bianco Leggero. This one, Bianco Forte, also from the Barista Creations. Not my fave. I actually haven't tried it since I tried it that one time and didn't like it. This is the pod and how it looks like. Just looks like a humongous version of Bianco Leggero, but it's nowhere near Bianco Leggero. I feel like this one is extremely bitter, super dark and smoky. I just didn't like it. And a ton of you guys were telling me to drink it with either creamer or something like heavier to cut through that strength. So I might drink it like that. I think that's how I drink it, but I mixed almond milk with the creamer. So maybe next time I'm just gonna do straight up creamer. But it wasn't my fave. I don't really see myself repurchasing this one at all. Now that I remember, my dad likes strong coffee. I gave him a cup of this one and he didn't like it at all. So that says something. My next one is caramel cookie. Guys, this is one of my favorite ones. If I have to pick a top 2, maybe top 3, caramel cookie, double espresso chiaro, Bianco Leggero. Probably my top 3. Like, if I had no other choice than to live with 3, those would probably be 3. This one, I don't know. And I've said it in other videos, I'm sure I'm getting annoying, but I like the flavor caramel. I just like it. I feel like it's super yummy. It's burnt sugar pretty much, and it's so good. That's what this pod is. It's like a biscuity, the way they describe it. It's like a cookie. So it's biscuity, sweet, caramelly. It's so good. Lightly roasted Arabicas, touch of caramel flavor, and it gives a blend of a buttery biscuit note that'll take you back to your childhood days. So good. And these don't have sugar in them at all. So if you guys are like weary about that, they don't have sugar. They just taste like a caramel cookie. It's really good. And the reason I didn't open it is because I actually have one open. So this is how the pod looks like. Here's Solelio. I was talking about this one earlier. This one, like I said, is a level intensity 2. This is the pod right here. This is like a cup of sunshine, actually. It's so good. It's a really nice pod to have. It's not overwhelming. It pairs well with milk. With milk, you could actually taste some caramel notes. It's insane. I do have a video reviewing this pod. My hair is itchy. So I'm gonna link it up above for you guys to watch. In the mornings, this one's pretty nice. Next decaf pod is the decaffeinato. This one is a full coffee pod size, and like I told you guys, they do have an array of sizes as far as decaf goes, and so this one is the coffee pod size, and I feel like they're all red if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember tasting this one. I honestly think that my husband is the only one that has tried this one. This one is a level intensity 6, and then the way that they describe it on the box is this Vertuo coffee blends delicious Arabica and Colombia and Costa Rica. It's a round, smooth, and malted coffee, still with all that rich taste, even though it's decaf. So it sounds yummy. I might have to try this in one of these evenings coming up because I really want to get in touch with all these decaf. I know some of you guys do. Some of you guys might want to know about those decaf. Thumbs up this video if you want to know more about decaf coffee with Nespresso. All right, next pod is Orondio. This is a lungo pod, and so a lungo is going to give you about 5 ounces if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Yeah, 5.7 ounces. This is the pod right here. It's gonna give you 5.7 ounces. And so what a lungo is, it's just a long shot. So it's brewed longer within the machine, so you have a little bit more water volume. It doesn't taste watered down in my opinion. Some have mentioned that they feel like it does, or they just really can't figure out the lungos. I really like the lungos. They pair well with milk, and this one is one of my favorite lungos. This one in Costa Rica, they're so good. So good. Next box that I own is the Ice Leggero. This one is really nice. I have a whole video of my favorite iced coffee pods, and this one is in that video, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But here's how the pod looks like. It's a really pretty light blue, shades of blue pod. And this one, it's nice. I honestly don't understand the science behind these pods. All I know is that they've said that they make them to brew over ice, and that way they don't lose their flavor. I feel like Double Espresso Chiaro, even Orondio, watch that video. I talk about all the pods that I feel like are really good over ice. I just don't understand. I don't hate this pod. It's actually really good to have, but I don't think you necessarily need it. If it's out of stock, there's plenty of other pods that you guys can get into over ice. You don't have to necessarily just wait around for this one. It's a good one, but I wouldn't go crazy buying so many boxes and afraid that it's gonna get out of stock, because I feel like there's tons of other options for you guys. So nice to have, but it's not I think some people overhype it. I guess that's what I'm gonna say. I think it's overhyped, but it's really good to have. There you go. Another Bianco Leggero. So Double Espresso Scuro. Surprisingly, I like this pod. So this is similar to Chiaro, but it's just a little bit more stronger, a little more smokier, but I actually ended up liking this one. Actually, I think this is the one that I tried with almond milk and creamer, and I liked it. I do see myself buying this one again. I just like the fact that it's a double espresso. Over ice, it's really good. It doesn't lose its taste or its flavor, and it's a level 8. My next box, and this one, they have to make this one permanent. I'm sure it's limited edition because it's expensive to make, and it is a little bit pricier than your normal pods. But this one is La Cumplida Refinada. Again, I'm not going to touch too much on this one because I do have a whole video taste testing it. You can see my reaction to the flavor of it, and it's a really nice pod. Here's how the pod looks like, because I already have one open, so I don't want to open that box. Another Double Espresso Chiaro box, and last but not least is Half Calf. This one, let me actually open it because I don't think I have another one open. This, guys, if you guys are going to get into the decaf world and want to ease yourself into it, I think this one is really good. It's a half calf, so you get a little bit of caffeine and then a little bit of not caffeinated. So it's the best of both worlds. And again, I think they're all red. All the decaf ones are red, but since this one is half calf, it's half red, half black. It's so good. Okay. They describe it as a smooth, velvety texture and a sweet biscuit note. Guys, this one is so good. Okay, this one is perfect for those of you guys that are trying to like coffee, but don't really like it or are not completely there yet. This one is good. So if you guys have friends that have Vertuo machines, but you don't for some reason and are watching this video, this one is good to start with. Or you're trying to get into it, and maybe that's why you're watching this video. Start with half calf. I think you'll like it. And then, ease yourself into it. But if you already like coffee and just want a half calf in the evening, towards later in the day, this one is so good. So creamy, so smooth, velvety. All those words that they use, all of those words that they use are spot on. That was it for my Vertuo line. I think that's all I have. I'm actually waiting on an order from Nespresso. I ordered their spoons because these are the spoons that I currently have and I'm losing them to my disposal, garbage disposal. Like this one's chipped, and if anybody were to use it, it'll probably cut them, but I just don't want to let go of it. So I know which ones are ruined, and once I get my new order, I'll probably toss the ones I have to toss. But for now, I'm waiting on that order. Within that order, I have Buenos Aires coming from the original line, and then I also have Mexico Pod for the Vertuo line. So those are gonna go into my collection. For the original line, I have, the first one that I have is Voluto Decaffeinado, which is another decaf option, but for original line. This pod is actually really good. It's a level intensity 4. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a malty sweet cereal pod. Delightfully sweet and smooth, rich flavors, round body, Colombia and Brazilian Arabica, roasted to reveal sweet, biscuity, and fruity notes. So yeah, this one is good, and I think I have the original one, not the decaf one, like the caffeinated version, and I like it. Another box that I have is Chiaro. This is the dupe for the Bianco Leggero. Brew 2 of these and you would get similar taste. I know one of my followers had told me that she didn't like it. She brewed it as a lungo, and I think at that point it'll be too watery. Brew it as ristretto, which I don't know how you would brew it as a ristretto. I don't have that setting on my machine. Maybe I could stop the machine early. But as espresso, it's really, really good. And I already have one open, so this is how the pot looks like. And then the last box that I have as far as original line is this one. This one is called Capriccio. Or Capriccio, I don't know how you pronounce that. I forgot why I grabbed this one. I think on the website they have a little bit more of a description where it's like cereal malty. I think that's what it was. But it's a level intensity 5 and you can use it as an espresso. So you can use it twice, make it a double shot latte. And I actually did like this one. I think I tried it in one of my Instagram reels. Again, follow me on Instagram. I do tons of reels just kind of like playing around with different combos. I'll put my handle here. But yeah, this one was a pretty good one. This is my original line bowl. This is caramel cookie, which in the original line they call it creme brulee. I think that's what it's called. Caramel cream brulee. I think it tastes the same. This one is the cumplida refinada, which I think it tastes the same. This one is scuro, which scuro would actually be the equivalent to double espresso chiaro, except you would have to brew 2 of these. I have freddo intenso, which I actually prefer more than the ice leggero from a Vertuo line. This one is the cocoa truffle that I actually prefer more than the coffee pod chocolate truffle. Or chocolate fudge, I think it's called. Inspirazioni Venezia. This one is really good. This is one of my dad's favorites, and that's why I keep reordering it, because when he comes over, he likes that pod. I also have Vienna Lungo. I can't remember quite how this one tastes, so if you guys want a review on this one, I can always do that. I think that's it. I'm dropping stuff. So, okay, I did have a few left of the half calf. So that's half calf, half caffeinito. And I think all of these I already showed you. Oh, here. I don't think I showed you this one. It might be the last one that I have. This is vanilla eclair. No, vanilla custard pie. Actually, I thought I had vanilla eclair for the original line, but I might have gone through it fast. That one was actually good, and this one is actually really good too, but I don't buy it often. I don't know why. I should. It's good. And everything else I already showed you guys within those boxes. Okay, I'm gonna take the camera and I'm gonna show you guys everything else I have in my drawer. First thing that I see right here is a pod that I just recently reviewed. This one is called Nespresso Exclusive Edition Galapagos. Wasn't my fave, but I am gonna continue using it because I do have to finish it up, but I won't be buying this one again. And then this is other things that I have. I think all of these I already showed you guys. Oh no, Costa Rica. It's really good. I think I mentioned earlier, this is one of my favorite longos from the Vertuo line. It's super good. This one, I think I showed you guys Diabolito, or did I show you guys Alticio? This one might have been from the sample pack and I just haven't used it. I can't remember if I used it or if I liked it. Voltesso was also a sample that Nespresso sent over. I do like this one. Easy to drink. It pairs with a lot of different syrups and it's super good. I've talked about this one in a few of my videos. Jamaica Blue. Someone even asked for me to sell it on eBay and they would buy it, but I can't sell it. This one is really good. I wish they would bring it back. It is pricey. It's $2 a pod, but it's worth it. What else? Oh, this is the Voluto. Oh no, sorry, this is Nicaragua. So there's two versions of Nicaragua now that I'm thinking about it, except they're completely different. This one's actually really good too. Malty, cereal, sweet, nice. This one's Inspirazione Ristretto, and it's a decaf. This one I believe is an intensity level like 10 and above, if I'm not mistaken. Ethiopia. Oh no, sorry, Colombia. This one is also really nice. It's winey, fruity, pairs well with chocolatey stuff. I like this one. This one is called Tokyo Longo. I can't remember if I like this one or not. This one is the same as this one, except it's caffeinated. And then this one is Shanghai Lungo. I also can't remember if I liked it or not. I'm gonna have to try it again and then report back if any of you guys are interested. But I think overall those are all of my Overstock pods. Whenever those bowls become empty, I'll just, you know, start grabbing things from here. So yeah, that is my complete Nespresso pod collection. If there's other pods that you want me to test from like the ones that you saw in my collection that I haven't talked about, leave it in the comment section below and I will definitely get to it. Even if it's not like a complete review that you want, if you just want to ask me, hey, did you end up trying the Shanghai Lungo? You know, did you like it? You guys can ask me things like that. I'm on Instagram as well, so if you guys, you know, go through my reels and see different pods that you guys want to ask me about, let me know. I'm always answering my DMs, my comments. I love communicating with you guys. Yeah, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.